Hey everyone, I am here today with another tag video. This is the Jane Austen book tag. It was created by Jenessa over at Thoughts from Nowhere. I wasn't technically tagged to do this, but Sabrina at steakuccino, is that how you say that? Tagged anyone who is named Sarah and a bunch of other names, but she even included both spellings, so there you go. And I'm a huge Jane Austen fan, so I thought this tag would be fun. First question is Sense and Sensibility, a book with a dynamic sibling relationship. For this I'm going to say Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. In some ways this is all about sibling relationships, I would say. And I love this book. I loved it a lot when I was a kid. I should really read it again, I think. Next question is Pride and Prejudice, a book that at first did not seem interesting, but after reading it you found it very much enjoyable. For this I'm going to say Days of Blood and Starlight by Lanny Taylor. This is the second book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. I really enjoyed the first book when I read it, and I think I just waited too long to pick this one up, but once I did, I just wasn't getting into it, and it took me a long time to get back involved in the world. It took me a long time to get back invested in these characters and really care about what happened to them. But by the time I read around 100 pages, maybe 150 pages, I really remembered why I liked the first book so much, and I really was invested in the fantasy and the world that she created and the characters that she created. I also really like the relationship between Carew and her friend Susanna. I feel like that's a really good female friendship, and I enjoy books that have those. A lot of people don't really like these books, I think, and I feel like a lot of people didn't like Lanny Taylor's story in the Christmas collection. What was it? My True Love Gave to Me, I think was the name of it. Yeah, but it was very like fantasy-esque, and it was kind of out there, as her books tend to be, I think. But I really enjoy that sort of thing, and so yeah, I really enjoyed this book after I got into it. Next question is Emma, a book in which two close friends fall in love. Let me just say, I love Emma. It might be my favorite Jane Austen book. I don't know. But for this, I'm going to say Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. I feel like Rhett Butler was obviously in love with Scarlett O'Hara the whole book, but I don't think Scarlett O'Hara saw him as anything other than a friend until the very end, obviously, when she realized that she was in love with him. So I feel like this qualifies. Next question is Mansfield Park, a book with a rags to riches story. This isn't necessarily the best way to go from rags to riches, but I'm going to say The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I guess this would mainly apply more to Catching Fire. I don't know. But obviously Katniss is very poor at the beginning of this book, and for those of you who have read The Hunger Games or seen the movie, you know what happens at the end, and that causes her to become rich. She doesn't stay rich throughout the whole series, so I don't know if that should count, but I feel like it does. I don't know, I was just totally blanking on that question. I couldn't think of any other books that had a rags to riches, except for, Cinderella, but that's like really obvious. Next question is Persuasion, a book involving second chances. For this I picked Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. In this book, Lola begins the book really mad at and kind of hating Cricket, who is the boy next door, and she kind of gives him a second chance over the course of the book. I don't know if this totally counts, because she does find out that, the reason why she was so mad at him isn't really entirely valid, but I'm going to go with Lola and the Boy Next Door, which I loved, by the way. I love Stephanie Perkins, and I love this whole series. And the last question is Northanger Abbey, A book with an almost overly imaginative character. For this, I'm going to say The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. Obviously, as the series goes on, you find out why she is the way she is. But I would say definitely Mara Dyer has some problems going on with her imagination that create a certain reality in her life. Alright, that was the Jane Austen tag. Thanks for tagging me, sort of indirectly, but yeah, sorry it took me so long to do this tag, because it's kind of old, but it was fun. So, I don't think I'm going to tag anybody specifically, but if you haven't done this tag already and you want to, you should do it. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!